What it do? Kripple Krew. Welcome to another Tactical Tuesdays with EDC with DBD. That's me, disabled but deadly. This is the last live of 2025. And I want to thank you all for joining. This is the first time, but not the last time I'm going to say this. If you are seeing this in the vertical format and you would like to see the whole screen in the horizontal format, the pinned link has, or the pinned comment has a link to the horizontal live stream. We do have a horizontal going where you can see everything we're going to show. But of course, you are welcome to kick it in the vert if that's what you prefer. Henry G was the very first person in the chat when I put this up. I also got to say, what a no to Marco and Groundfog, because they made up the rest of the initial three. But we are going to kick it off at the top of the chat. Marco, yo. Brando, out getting firewood. Hell yeah, if you're not here, I still appreciate you dropping the message. I hope you have a great day, and I wish you a phenomenal 2026 as well, my friend. Pardon me. Clint Crosby, what's going on? Mick Effin Ranger, member of Kripple Krew Inc. First one to drop them badass emojis. Neil Mudd, my brother, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Joe to the K on that vert side. Yo, AD Fitty. What's up? Last I checked, he was right at 3K. He might have hit it last night during Rob's live stream. But I'm going to click his thing. I'm going to click his channel real quick. Because if not, we got to get him to 3K. He's at 2.95 thousand. This dude is so close to 3K. We got to get him there. I'm getting close to 3K, but AD50 is even closer. Double check. Do me a favor. Make sure you are following him. As we get close to milestones, YouTube really loves to screw up our sub count by unfollowing accounts, sometimes randomly, it seems. So if you wouldn't mind checking to make sure you're still subscribed to 8050, member of Kripple Krew Inc., let's get him to 3K. Great Southern Treadkill, my man, what it do? What it do? Adventure Man, what's up? Checking in on that vert side. Good to see you, homie. Trouble Bunny, what up, sis, on the vert side? Level on up, my man. What it do? What it do? Boz Beast, my homie from the Netherlands, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, my man? Dropping them badass emojis. Ouchie, EDC, vote for Pedro. What's up, Pedro? I see you on that vert side. How you doing, homie? Everyday Carrie, what's going on? Right now, I just have out Christmas gifts because as we go through this stream and talk about our favorite scores of 2025, I did want to start off with the awesome Christmas gifts that I received, and we'll look at other stuff later, but I truly appreciate that, man. I had a killer Christmas, as you can see, with 2 different Ultim spikes, an Ultim limited edition mini freak, an awesome SRM, a custom Pilar with custom copper scales, and an awesome Flitanium pry bar. I appreciate that, homie. Ginger, pardon me, folks. I apologize. I tried to cover the mic, but I think I missed it. That was intelligent. Ginger Fisher, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, my man? Dropping them badass emojis on the vert side. Trouble Bunny kicking it with the cool kids now. Scrolling. These Kong Blades, what's going on, my man? Hope you having a killer day. Hell yeah, still sub to 8050. Not exactly in the right direction, but at least it's moving, right? So, I also, now that we're caught up on the chat, I want to say thank you to everybody who watches this on the replay. Even though you can't chill and chat with us, I still truly appreciate the support. And a lot of folks do catch these on the replay. So thank you very much. If you're watching a replay and you're seeing it in the vertical format, there's a replay of the horizontal where it'll be much easier to see everything. All right. I want to talk right quick about some of the awesome Christmas gifts that I received. I'm going to start with Mrs. Deadly. Sean Batts, Trouble Bunny's other half. Good to see you, homie. Hope you're having a killer day. Mrs. Deadly hooked up the SHOT Show 25 limited edition Benchmade Mini Freak with the textured Ultim and matte purple Cerakote M4. This is the first Benchmade I've ever had show up centered and with perfect lockup. I was crazy surprised. It'll probably still get Kaiser Springs, just the detents feels good, but bringing it back, you definitely got to give it a swing. But it still feels good. And it's absolutely going to get a purple creative of some sort. Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. She says my better half. From, pardon me again, from homeboy Tristan, aka Projectiles Are Sharp. We got an awesome SRM little front flipper liner lock that is actually so fidgety for a setup that shouldn't be. It just, like, that front flipper is perfect. You push it, the blade flies. Plenty of access to the liner. This thing is a fun little knife. Also sent the flashlight. Whoop, I'm knocking stuff over. And one of my favorite Mad Yako Hanks of all time with some blacklight reactive colors up in here. This is one dope Hank from our brother Mad Yako. My brother War Room. Plucky Pack Rat, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Good to see you. Rob Ben Dolan, what it do? She only said like some of the kids you get. I love it. Love it. Our sister Kelly was selling some of these awesome custom cricket pilars with the beautiful copper scales that were all individually and uniquely customized by our brother Jimmy Crow. War Room got this for me for Christmas, and this is such a phenomenal fifth pocket knife. Definitely that little big knife, and it looks great. Homie Stephen L., member of Kripple Krew Inc., sent in an Ultim Spike, also known as a non-permissive environment tool, or that thing that don't make the machine go beep. This was turned by Ridge Runner Knives. And then we got a Kubaton / Marlin Spike in Ultim from our brother Brian F. when I ordered one of his Ultimate Challenge coins, which, by the way, you can still get these for $20, and $10 of that helps out our brother and sister Blue and Twisted Sis, Bluminati Ninja, Twisted Sis. Ooh, man, if I had it, if I had the 250 right now and it wasn't already tied up in knives, I would absolutely snag that. Heck yeah. If you want to shoot a picture, we'll take a look at it. You can hit me up on Instagram, One Moon Collective. Member of Kripple Krew Inc. 1 day left of the sale. Just dropped some $25 Knife Funk tees. Dude, check out that One Moon site. He's got some awesome art. Mitchell, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. How about you guys, Kripple Krew? What dope EDC Christmas gifts did you receive? I also got a crazy Toyo toolbox with this pry bar from Flaunt. Flaunt sent a Toyo toolbox with a bunch of Utah snacks, a knife takedown and cleaning kit, and a pry bar. A really, really awesome gift from Flaunt to some of the affiliates. Jason Beecher, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? This is a reminder to double check and make sure you are still subbed to EDC with DBD. Make sure you're subbed to this channel. We are also getting very close to 3K, which means I'm losing almost as many subs as I'm gaining, thanks to YouTube. So, if we want to get to that giveaway, just double check that you're already following me, or still following me, I should say. YouTube plays these games, man. Go Bunny. Got a Condor K-Tac Kukri an hour ago. Oh, that's a way to close out the year. Faux show. I did not look. I should have looked at how many live streams we have done this year. But I have to tell you, Kripple Krew, I have had a blast in 2025, and I appreciate all the time you guys spend kicking it with me on these live streams. Yeah, who that? Fuck myself, a nano shark and Thai shark. Oh, you just got the razor shark, so I'm really not surprised you picked up the nano shark. I want both, obviously, as a shark lock fanatic. Oh, that reminds me, Baz. I told everybody that I was going to let y'all know when you could pick up. Oh, nice. When you can pick up a Dead Man Design Company elixir. These drop. Less than 150 of these. Stonewash will be $330 US prices. The DLC $350. This is a knife made by Riot, designed by an American firefighter that I would absolutely put up against those American badass overbuilt knives for a fraction of the price. January 7th, 1 p.m. Central Time. These go on sale, the remaining ones, at House of Blades in Texas. If you're in the U.S., that's where I would recommend checking first. And they also go to Blade HQ. But House of Blades is an independent shop that you're supporting with your purchase. So if you don't like Blade HQ, absolutely go to House of Blades. And if you are overseas, these are going to be available at the Knife Lounge. They are going to have a few of each. I don't know how many, but they will have Stonewash and DLC. And I'm telling you, this is one, if you use knives for work, if you need a strong, tough knife that's going to do anything you ask of it and still look and feel great. This knife has hammered nails. which is what this was designed for. And this grip was designed for hammering stuff, breaking windows. He has used this to break glass windows to get into cars. This has been batoned with, this has been pried with, and you couldn't feel it at all. On the 7th, these go live. Also, a second Condor katana and a Ryan Sword survival katana. Got the Benchmade Shootout, your first OTF. Hell yeah. I don't remember if you prefer to kick it in the tread kill, but if you want to chat with the Kripple Krew, the horizontal is available. If this is easier on your phone, if you're busy and you're just lurking, obviously kick it wherever you're comfortable. Got the Flitanium Arcade Light and a chop too with the thumb disc. Hell yeah. Yeah, that magnesium, that fire starter that you got is really dope. Mud got an arcade light. You guys know this is one of my favorite budget knives of 2025. And the video drops this week with my top 6. Will this be number 1? You'll have to watch to find out. But Mud got one of these with the Stonewash blade and hardware. And wow, does it make, the Stonewash makes the green look so bright. So bright. It looks phenomenal. He's already deciding how he's going to personalize it. No prezzies this year, but you bought yourself a Vulcan Knives frame lock. Ooh. Damn. Damn. I'd say that's a damn good Christmas present for yourself. Like, wow. Gareth, my brother from a South African mother, what it do? Checking in on the vertical side. If you want to kick it where the cool kids are, there is a horizontal stream in the pinned comment, homie. But it's good to see you, brother. He's been out fishing lately a whole bunch, catching them sharks, throwing them back, you know. I'm going to pull out a few other knives that were gifted to me this year. Starting with the Devo Stout V1. Devo's very first knife. A knife that was high on my Grail list. This was gifted to me by our brother Jamie, aka Heyman. Also gifted this year. Ooh-wee! Look at that Monterey Bay Knives. Wolverine. S90V textured tie. Gifted by our brother Tristan, aka Projectiles Are Sharp. This is one killer knife. The Wolverine and Sabretooth are two of 2025's absolute best values in knives. The fact that you could get this for less than $150 with S90V and textured tie is just nutty to me. This is a knife that last year in 2024 or 2023, this is a $350 knife easily. Easily. $350. S90V textured tie, inset liner done so well. Titanium back spacer that is reversible. Yeah, this is a $300 knife all day long. 2025, $150. $150. Joe Isabella, what it do, my man? What it do? Good to see you on the last live of 25. Gareth over on the cool kid side now. You guys can all hear me great with my new mic setup, right? I'm trying to keep it below the beard so you don't get the rattle noise. Not quite a gift, but damn near. This year, I got one of the knives. Hell yeah. And I will be posting about it and dropping reels with it soon, as well as one more video with it and some other beasts of the East. Josh Tree 04. What it do? What it do? Good to see you. Henry G. What's up, my man? Remember Kripple Krew Inc? You was the first person in the chat. You know I saw that, and you know I appreciate it, and you also know I just cut my finger. That goes. There's the first one of the stream. And because it was absolutely my fault for not paying attention, we're going to call it out with a Buc-ee's Band-Aid. Let me get that on real quick so I don't show YouTube any beef jerky juice and tick them off. They don't like that color. All right. And we roll on. This knife, I got an AD-15 light this year because the Scorpion lock has been very high on my list. And our brother Brian F. had the S35 G10 version, this one here. And because he almost never carried it, he just wanted a shark lock in the collection. He traded me this AD-15 for my AD-15 light. Not quite a gift, but damn near. Damn near. Dylan Mallory. I bet you're getting excited for that January 4th Kickstarter launch, folks. The Hadros 2.0 or the Hadros version 2, aka the H2O, drops. The Kickstarter goes live, not a drop. Kickstarter goes live January 4th. And you can get Stonewash. You can get DLC, which is all that noir version. Looks so good, Dylan. And there's a bunch of different scale options. Like these are phenomenal looking bolster locks. Full-size knife. Legit bangers. You got to check them out. Another gift this year from our sis Kelly White and our homie Aldo over at Pickled Steel. This is the Blood Eagle prototype. Now a permanent part of my collection. My first prototype to call my own. And I love having that in the collection. Let's see what we missing. Chilling, literally in the shop. Appreciate you checking in from work, my man. Awesome to see you. What's a live stream without a bite? True that, true that. Bunny got you a Civivium Ella Proto, Silver Shred, and and matching we limited. We trucker hat, an Aries package, hatchet, and Damascus bug out bag backpack, and beef sticks. Nice. On the edge. Good to see you, homie. Member of Kripple Krew Inc. Hope you're having a phenomenal day today, my man. Getting a late start to it. Treadstone. Just found a Spyderco Para 3 lightweight serrated for 120 euros. That seems like a great buy. I have the lightweight Salt in MagnaCut in the plain edge. And that was me. I like this knife a lot more than I expected to. As a PM2 fan, I didn't think I was going to like the Para 3 as much. I actually love the ergos of this knife. And it is going to get upgraded with aim front scales this coming year. And an extra washer because I like it that much. But the size of the Para 3 is so good. And the serrated edges, man, you almost never have to sharpen those. Uh-oh, we got 12 months, folks. You know what that means? That means we got to break out the double flag salute. We got to go double flags for laid off beat. Remember, for 1 year, breaking my britches, I've turned a year with EDC with DBD. Let's get you some Shark Lock acoustic salute. Double flag. We'll do this by the mic. Huge salute for my brother, Laid Off Pete. Thank you so much for the support. And folks, drop them badass emojis showing your support for Laid Off Pete. I'm always horny for warnies, homie. I'm always horny for warnies. Speaking of, there's one that I'm going to pull up that new channel homie Cornell Kiss is dropping. Oh, I'm going to pull it up on my Instagram and share it from there. After this catches up. There he is, Cornell Kiss. Let's share this screen real quick. The new Kaiser Snick, dropping January 1st or 2nd, is a little AEBL warning that is like the perfect size. It's just under 7 inches. You've got dual jimping back here to help lock you in. Perfect warning blade. And a 4-inch grip. So the blade is just under 2.7, I think. Yeah, 2.68. With a nice chunky blade stock thickness, but a 4-inch handle means that is going to be very, very comfortable in hand. Contoured scales. That is going to be such a comfortable little warnie. I dig it. I dig it, Cornell. And, once it gets to like White Mountain knives, it's going to be a $40 knife. I like that little warning from our homie Cornell Kiss. He just sent that this morning. Scrolling. Catching up now that we did that. Be posting the little hawk bill. Prototypes are cool. Yeah, you were talking about all those badass protos you got from Lynn's collection. Yeah, 2 years ago. I was the first reviewer in the States to get it. And that was over a year ago. So this thing has been around. It's been to quite a few reviewers, but now it is home. New Year wishes are getting all Demco sizes and the DBD Glideman. Ooh, I appreciate that, my man. I really appreciate that. Yes, that would be sick. That would be sick. Also, there is a warning that I am going to get, no matter what, next week. Cutlery Shop exclusive. Rex 121 warning. I have to get that knife. I have to get that knife. I love my warning. This is absolutely one of my favorite trade scores of this year. This was so high on my grail list. CTS XHP, I got the exact version I wanted. And I thought I would not need to add another warning to another spider, a PM2 warning to the collection, because S30V was the other one, and I'm cool with CTS XHP. But you're telling me I can get Rex 121? My pants tint got a pants tint and blew it with that notification. You double flag for 12 months. Absolutely. Absolutely. Little baby fixed blade. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Want to go back to bed? 4-inch Kung Fu grip. Marco popping saying hello to everybody. What is it, my man? I saw you was in hella early. Been looking for scales for various knife scribes. It looks like the makers only concentrate nearly on a few. Yeah. You know, there are starting to be a lot more. But if you're looking for scales for a knife that you can't find, homie, a great person to reach out to is Dylan for the Win on Instagram. Dylan for the Win does a lot of carbon fiber, but he can also do other materials, and he does them for knives that most people don't. He does them for a ton of budget knives. Like, you can make budget knives look mad premium with some of Dylan for the Win scales. I highly recommend checking him out on Instagram and seeing if you like his style. Mad Yako, my brother from an Ohio mother. How are you doing today? I was showing off my latest Mad Yako ink, the one from Tristan. This has got to be one of my favorites that you have done. I don't know how to pick a favorite, though, because, you know, I love my glow-in-the-dark leaves Hank. My OG original Hank is dope. This one that came from the mystery box is another favorite of mine. But I really, really appreciate this special one with the antique, like beyond vintage, silk, and cashmere, one of a kind. So many dope ones, but that skull is, this one is wicked, brother. Awesome pattern. Took the day off for that drop. I don't blame you. I've got a whole bunch of notifications set up. I am not going to miss that. Sean Thomas, dude, a warning is my favorite blade shape. The PM2 warning is one of my favorites. And this in CTS XHP is already nuts. Already nuts. This is one of my favorite user knives that I own, period. With this steel, this blade shape, and Boston Edgeworks, or Boston Blade Works edge on it. Ooh-wee. This thing is such a laser beam. But imagine Rex 121. Ooh. Ooh. Once you start, you won't be able to stop, homie. Spydercos are addictive, no matter how fugly they are in the beginning. They're addictive. And then they become beautiful to you somehow. They went from some of the ugliest knives in the world to me to now I really love that shape. And this was one of the most hideous things that I'd ever seen on any knife. And now I'm in love with it. Got 2 in for lasering? Hell yeah. Check out DoubleWideEDC.com. That's our homeboy Mad Yako and our other homeboy, 1931 Leatherworks, a.k.a. Tactical Terry, a.k.a. Just Terry. where you can get your Mad Yakko Hanks. You can get loot boxes from my brother. You can get Mad Wax to wax all of your blades. I use Mad Wax on pretty much every knife, but absolutely every non-stainless knife. Also, you can get custom leather gear and bolt butter from my brother Terry on the DAAYUUM site. Such a wicked site, and it's supporting two of the dopest members of our community. Make sure you check that out. Cazed, what's going on? He ran right in front of the truck. You are in the vertical side. If you'd like to kick it with the Kripple Krew, there is a horizontal link pinned in the pinned comment. Uriah lost. CRK Insignia blade. I would call it a modified Morny. Let me see the edge. Yeah, no. I don't know. That's more of a modified sheep foot to me. A drop foot. Like a drop foot. Or a sheep point. There's Dylan for the win for some awesome custom scales on the edge. Dylan Mallory for the win. AD 6-star Fitty checking in. Wishing you a happy new year, my friend. Oh, member for 6 months. Truly appreciate the support. Member for 6 months. Thank you, my friend. How about a Spartan Harsey acoustic salute? We'll do it by the mic. Oh, we smacked the mic even. Again, folks, AD Fitty is so close to 3K. If you're double checked that you were following AD 50, let's get him to 3K. He's going to be doing a giveaway. We're almost at 3K here on the channel. You know we got a big giveaway coming up soon. Why don't we pull out, before I continue with some of more of my favorite scores of 2025, why don't we pull out some of the giveaway items, shall we? When we hit 3K and have our giveaway, we will be giving away a brand new Demco AD 20.5 Sharkfoot. This is absolutely the blade shape that got me hooked on the AD 20.5s. The AD 20.5 is one of my favorite knives of all time and my absolute favorite to customize. Somebody's going to get one of these, maybe with some extras. Maybe. We also, when we hit 3K here on this channel, we'll be giving away a Ramon Chavez designed iconic RCK9. Looking forward to that. How about, where did I put you? I just had you out. I set you right. Yeah, thought I did. I set you right. Oh, right in front of my face. Another legendary design. Lee Williams and the Kickstop Flipper Tab. The North Mountain Blade Chop Plus Tonto with beautiful Sanmai SLD magic and the Lee Williams Disappearing Kickstop Flipper Tab. Be another knife we're giving away. There's 3 legendary names in that giveaway, and there is so much more, folks. We have, check this out. Where did I put it? We have, thanks to our sister Kelly, we have paracord gear in all sizes. We have lanyards. We have keychains. We have mini monkey fists, larger monkey fists. So much great stuff. Bracelets. Look at all this awesome gear from our sister Kelly White. We got swag for days. of course, and many, many more to come. There will be a video soon, probably early next week, laying out more of the prizes for the upcoming 3K giveaway. But I am definitely looking forward to this one, folks. Like the skull one, hell yeah. Get your Mad Jocko Hanks here. Fred the Lug, what it do, my man? What it do? Good to see you. Hope you having a killer day. When he's just stab you. You gotta love him. Gotta love him. As Wayne would say, bulky, bulky. I mean, Stasa. As Stasa would say, bulky, bulky. There you go, EDCwithDBD.com. Oh, yeah, Original Goat makes them gorgeous. That reminds me. I sent the stuff in for my Original Goat code, and I haven't received it yet. I'm supposed to have a 15% off DBD code with Original Goat. I got to check with him today. Yeah, that's oof, oof. Rex 121. What's up, sis? Ears ringing and such. Good to see you. Hated Spyderco. Then got one. 40-something later. More on the way. They are addictive. They are. In hand, they're addictive. Is the pivots. Man, that pair of three you got is... That pair of three with the custom Morny Reblade is one of my favorite Spydercos I've ever seen. Well, Toe Bunny, Rex 121 is going to hold an edge for an insanely longer amount of time than MagnaCut. MagnaCut is way more corrosion resistant, like almost Van X corrosion, not quite, but I shouldn't even say almost Van X. MagnaCut is highly corrosion resistant, whereas Rex 121 is not, and MagnaCut is much tougher. So if you were using this for a hard work knife, I would recommend MagnaCut. If you want something that is going to cut and slice for days and just keep going without you having to sharpen it for the longest amount of time possible, Rex 121 is the way. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't have anything with the Millie Club lasering. I don't know. I kind of like my stuff as non-marked on the blade as possible, but I might. Deneen, what's up, sis? Hope you're having a killer day. I see you're on that vertical side. You're welcome to kick it there, but if you want to hang out with the Kripple Krew in chat and see the rest of the screen, the pinned comment has a link to the horizontal live, Deneen. They grow on you. First real knife was a smock. Went through a ton of Spydercos before you discovered your addiction to Chris Reeve. Yay. A smock is still so high on my list. Yeah, I agree. It's a sheep's foot, Dylan. Was away from keyboard. EDC Christmas from Sean was a Desert Warrior Savivi. New Apache case. Ooh, nice. Savivi Fager, he dyed scales pink. Non EDC After Hours was fun too. AA. Happy New Year to you as well, Deneen. Again, like I said, most of the crew is on the other side. Chill wherever you would like, though. Must go busy sorting stuff out for tomorrow, chasing hippos. All right. Much love, brother. Get yourself some rest. Always good to see you. Have a phenomenal New Year, my brother. Yeah, drop put, G point both. They both work. Sounds Clifffoot. Kane Miranda, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Thank you, Fred. I'm trying to build it up. I do have some other stuff that's going in. We do have more budget knives. We're gonna have some Critical Strike in VG10. We're gonna have some 704 gear in 14C. We're gonna have a variety, and let me tell you what else is going to be added. I am ordering. So TRM is allowing me to make sure I get my order in on a DLC tag along with the black sheath, because they know that because I'm getting that, I'm going to give this one away. So Marianne gave me this one at Blade Show West. This has the forest green G10. It is done so well, it looks like micarta. I selected the taco sheath. It has started getting a little bit of coloring to it because I have carried it like 5 times maybe, but it's still perfect condition. Still have the box and everything. And somebody is going to win an American-made MagnaCut TRM tag-along with sheath, of course. That is the newest addition to the giveaway because I am picking up a DLC tag-along. Cat Scratch Knives, what's going on? Poor Shark's missing his little feet. Hope you're having a killer day, Cat Scratch. Sawdust, what's up? Checking in on the vertical side. Good to see you, says 3K. What? If you want to kick it over on the horizontal side where other people are chilling and chatting and see the whole screen, that link is in the pinned comment of the vertical chat. Karen, remember Kripple Krew Inc. Man, Shark Lock is my favorite lock. I had to give one away for 3K. So I bought this one to give away. My first ever Shark Lock was an Aus 10A Shark Foot from the Deadly Daughter. That would be this one here. This has been probably the most used of all of my AD 20.5s, and it's still plenty sharp. I love the Shark Foot, and I've had great luck with the Taiwan Aus 10A. So much so that when I bought this one for the Kripple Krew, I bought a clip point for myself because I did not have a clip point AD 20.5 in the collection yet. So I wanted the blade shape, and I enjoyed. I have. This is one of my favorite budget steals. Is Demco / Cold Steel / Flightanium's Aus 10A, and this one, of course, will get fully customized with the Lynch Northwest Deep Carry clip. And I don't know what type of scales and backspacer just yet, but I love these so much. I have 4 80/20.5s, a Shark Cub, and 2 Flightanium Shark Locks for 7 Shark Locks total. And I am so not done with the Shark Lock. My favorite locking system. The Shark Foot is my favorite blade. I really wanted to give one to the Kripple Krew to thank you guys for all of your amazing support. $99 on SMKW. That's killer for an American-made MagnaCut knife. I have the carbon fiber version. This was about to come out anyway as we talk about favorite 2025 scores. This one I got from our brother Mad Yako's very first loot box, the Super High Unknown version 1. This was the grand prize for that loot box run, and I ended up with box number 1. And it had, of course, Mad Wax. It had my 2 Hanks I ordered and a Kershaw Bel Air, USA made with Magna Cut and carbon fiber. Mad Yako's loot boxes are no freaking joke, folks. You can get some amazing knives. You can get awesome budget knives. You can get fun knives. But you always get your Hanks, your Mad Wax, and other EDC gear from people in our community. But being able to pick up an aluminum and Magna Cut Bel Air for $99 is pretty stupid. This is such a thin, slicey EDC. To me, absolutely a million times better than a bug out. The Desert Warrior exclusive Bel Air. Hey, there you go. Hogue Misto is your USA under 200 pick, and Smock and Crew Wear is your favorite purchase this year. Yeah, I really want a Smock. Man, SMKW also dropped the Shaman to like $199. And if I wasn't already purchasing a DLC tag along, working on the TRM Auto, the Rex 121, Warren APM2, and I commissioned mine and Mrs. Deadly's 25th anniversary gifts. So I'm kind of stuck on buying at the moment. I won't be grabbing that SMKW Shaman for $199, but talk about another stupid deal. Kelly does some awesome stuff, doesn't she? Ooh, ooh, ooh. That would be so dope, Fred. Nice try. Nice try. You got that shit don't work. That got me one time on like my 3rd or 4th stream. That don't work no more, man. No matter how many times you want to drop it, but please keep dropping it. I love the chat interaction. Just keep dropping that. You're not going to get me, but keep saying it. I like it. Hell yeah, brother. Much love. You know, I will talk to you soon. That is tough, Adventure Man. That is tough. Okay, so you're 8 to 16 weeks easy. That's exactly what I would plan on. And 8 is a joke. I would plan on 3 to 4 months. If you're ordering original goat scales that aren't in stock. Derek, for real, checking in on that horror vertical side. What's going on, my brother? As is NFK20, member of Kripple Krew, Inc. Hell yeah. You know I'm always happy to see you here, brother. Hope you're having a killer day. Folks, if you're in on that vert side and you want to move over to the horizontal side, the link is in the pinned comment. We are still 105 subs away from 3K, but we can get there soon, folks. With your help, we can get there soon. Yeah, they gave it a 12 on a scale of 10. That's absolutely ridiculous. Corrosion resistance is important to you, then go Magna Cut. Absolutely. Magna Cut can corrode, but it's very hard to corrode. It's not like damn near corrosion proof like Vanex is, but it's one of the best. You're going to get awesome corrosion resistance, great toughness, and decent edge retention. Nowhere near Rex 121, but nearly like 20 CV or M390 edge retention, but with better toughness and corrosion resistance. Pardon me. Robert Jones, what is up? Good to see you, man. Member of Kripple Krew Inc. Your Tenable goes out later today. Yeah, that's a joke, NFK. That's people post those in lives. I thought it was a real YouTube notification. The first person that ever did it to me made their account look way better than this joker. And I actually believed it. It's just some troll dropping a comment. So there is no need to shut it down. I'm fine with them repeating themselves because it just helps my chat rate. I appreciate that. I try to get some good giveaways. Jojo Upton, what's going on? How you been? BNA, the human cheat code. How are you doing today? As we talk about some more of the favorite scores of 2025, we're going to move some of these giveaway knives and instead lay out 2025's best USA knife, 250 and under. And one of my favorite pickups of all time, a TRM Atom with the Mike Irie hollow grind and the lizard skin tie scales. TRM, if my holier nerd were here, it would also be out on the screen right now, because TRM has been like my favorite scores of the year, but my holier nerd is at Sever Sevens to get reviewed. But y'all know I love my TRMs. I might as well grab my OG TRM from last year, my Neutron 2. BNA, the human cheat code, sent me his TRMs, and that's how I became hooked up with them and thoroughly addicted to what is now my favorite USA knife company in the period. I almost said in the world. USA knife company in the world. What the heck? And I'm really, really stoked to give away this tag along. A USA made EDC Fixie and Magna Cut that you can get with a USA made leather sheath starting at less than $150 after my code. That's nuts. Folks, if you haven't, real quick, stab that like button, no matter which stream you're in. If you're in the vertical, double tap your screen. If you're in the horizontal, stab that damn like button. If you're in the vert and you want to kick it in the horizontal to see the rest of the chat and the full screen, the pinned comment has a link to the horizontal live. Oh, winning a waffle is great, though. Jojo Upton, there is, but not today. We got to get to 3K. And we're just talking about some of the items that will be given away when we get there. We are only 105 away. You cannot enter today. You will be able to enter after we hit 3K. Bloominati F Ninja, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, my man? What it do? Love you enough. I'm using the magnifying glass right now so you can say thanks, brother. Love it. Man, they feel so good on my AD 20.5 that I do want more aluminum OG scales for other knives. I really love the way these feel. I just am not a fan of waiting 3 to 4 months. These ones I grabbed because I was informed that they had them in stock. So I got these in less than a week. And oh, did they completely transform this 80-20.5. Yay. Not huge, but I do feel a difference. So Deadly Daughter has that wee Tyro at the moment in her room, but I'll pull out the Vision FG. I will say the wee Tyro feels a little bit closer to a Shark Lock to me than the Vision FG does because it has more of a solid feel. This to me feels like a Shark Lock Light. If you want the action, but without quite the strength. I mean, and not that it's not a strong lock, but it's not a Shark Lock. The Snex Lock feels really good, and I like what he's done with it. The Tyro even feels better. The wee Tyro with the short super lock is so impressive to me, and it feels in manipulation a little closer to a Shark Lock, but nothing gives me quite that full mechanical feel and just rock solid confidence of the Shark Lock. I am a big fan of the Super Lock. I just truly prefer the Shark Lock, and I do think it feels better to manipulate. This was my absolute number one budget knife of 2024, though. And until Flightanium dropped the Arcade Light, it was my number one most recommended budget knife. The Arcade Light coming in at very similar pricing, but with a true Shark Lock, makes all the difference to me. So while I still think this is a great knife, and this one is going to get custom scales, I do 100% prefer Shark Locks. I'm way behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up. I normally don't get this far behind. Oh, Deca V2. Oh, those are going to look so good on that, homie. Everybody knows, if you've been around for more than a minute or two, that I love my Deca. This was one of my first USA-made knives. This was the first knife with Ultim scales already on it that I ever bought. And to me, this is absolutely the bug-out killer. And I still prefer it to the Bel Air. Even though I like the Bel Air a lot, I prefer as far as bug-out killers, I definitely prefer the Deca, but both of these are better than a bug-out to me. And I bet this is going to feel amazing with aluminum original goat scales, homie. Or titanium. Or Flightanium titanium. My bad. Flightanium titanium. I don't know why I read that as original goat. Either way, it's going to feel amazing. Brashear Bear. What's going on? Good to see you. Man, I love that profile picture. I just want to pet that pupper. I want to boop the snoop. Perhaps a free grip repair frame might cause your violation to disappear. Oh. YouTube will not warn you. Yeah, they just shut it down. But yeah, like I said, it did get me. One of my early streams, somebody that had set up their account to look way better than that last Joker. Man, I thought it was real. I shut it down. And then I realized I'd been had. Like, as soon as I ended the live, I realized I'd been had because I was like, wait, why don't I click the account and look at it before shutting? But it was too late. But yeah, they won't get me again. Kathleen Smith, what is up, sis? I hope you had a phenomenal Christmas, and it's great to see you here for our final live stream of 2025. My Night Journey member of Kripple Krew Week, aka Scott, aka Keeper of the Night Tube Schedule. What it do? He says YouTube, like the IRS, doesn't send warnings. Yay. Chris Effin Lopez, checking in on that vert side. What's going on, homie? Hope you're having a killer day. As per usual on Tuesdays, we do have the dual stream. So if you want to kick it in the horizontal and see the Kripple Krew, the pinned comment has that link. The neutron frame lock is beautiful. I will have the frame locks in my collection eventually. You guys know I prefer liner locks, but I loved the feel of the neutron frame lock. And the atom frame lock is dropping very soon, and that's going to be amazing. But the neutron frame lock feels phenomenal. If you are a frame lock versus a liner lock person, I absolutely, highly recommend the Neutron 2 frame lock, and soon the Atom. Derek for real found the good side. Only Magna Cut I've ever seen rust is bead blasted. Yes. Yeah. Bead blasting is probably the worst type of coating to do, or finishing to do to a blade, even though it looks great to me. I personally love the looks of a blasted blade. But you do create micropores all throughout the blade, which allows moisture. William Hornbostel, what is up, my man? What is up? It's good to see you. Says all the cool kids are here. That's right. Lone Star Dow Boy checking in from Turkey. Carry of the day. Cold Steel's Tiger Claw. We got a flick of Cold Steel for our homeboy. Lone Star Dow Boy. My only cold steel knife. Oh, nope, I have an Armiger 2. I have 2 cold steel knives. This and an Armiger 2. No, that's a Dimco. So I only have 1 cold steel branded knife. My AD-15. But hopefully next year, an AD-10 and an FM-1 join the collection. Gatita Oso, what it do, sis? Hope you having a killer day. Hope your Christmas was phenomenal. Jay Korscott, what's going on? Yeah, we started the stream with none, but my dumbass was playing with the Scorpion lock earlier, went to choke up and choked up too much. And since I did it out of stupidity, we got to call it out with the Bucky Band-Aid. Jay to the C, member of Kripple Krew Inc., is on that vert side. Good to see you, homie. There is a horizontal. The link is pinned. Mattisfaction, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. I need to, come on, catch up this chat on this side so I can do a couple of things real. Whoop. Come on. Cooperate. Where did you go? Let's look at this one real quick. Let's scroll. I gotta find. I had to flip over to the YouTube studio side, trying to find Matty again. There he is. Because I want to make Matty a mod so he can drop his link anytime he wants, of course. There we go. We fixed that. Hard out here for a broken blind guy. Yeah. We got to keep moving. Arcades on sale for $129. That would be the aluminum and S35VN versions. You guys know how much I love the arcade series. I will get an OG arcade at some point. We have the Light and the Pro here. I am such a fan of what Flitanium has done with the Shark Lock. And that OG in aluminum and S35VN is a stupid deal at $129, especially with all the customization. Very few inks available, but you can hit him up for special orders. Folks, let's clean out his inventory so that he can get some more going and have some more funds to work on the knives. Check out EDCwithDBD.com. And if you've got any late gifts that you still need to figure out and buy, grab somebody a Hank. Make sure you update your Hank collection. Let's see if we can't clean him out. EDCwithDBD.com. Eldorado shipped today. Yay, yay. Actually, you develop what I call shark finger. Like, the tip of my finger grew tougher because of using shark locks and super locks so much. It is very catchy, and it can be rough to some people, but my fingers got, just like my side finger callus from all the front flipping, you eventually develop fin finger or shark finger, whatever you want to call it. They look fantastic as well. Yeah, yours doesn't look very pettable. Carried the arcade light, yay, yay! Trouble Bunny, they're good and grippy. Have ripped all my skin from my finger playing with shark locks, but they soften over time. I think it's more your finger hardens over time. You know, the jimping is slightly finer on the arcades, and I don't know if I find it less comfortable because of that, or if I just find it, more comfortable, or if I just find it more comfortable because my finger is already used to it. But yeah, you definitely end up getting used to that after a while. And when that spring breaks in a little bit, it makes it smoother to pull back. So it's like, I guess it won't feel as rough. Also, a lot of custom scales give you better access to the lock. Like, this is way softer going into the lock. And so scales can help make it feel better as well. Dropping that horizontal link in the vert side. I appreciate you, brother. Okay, the Vosti Croc top liner lock. Yay, yay. That's no fun. Miggity Mac Daddy, big Magna Cut fan. What is up and welcome. Checking in on that vertical side. Look at that. McRanger dropping the gear, the link to the Kripple Krew gear corner, which we will share that screen right now. I appreciate you, Mick. We're gonna pop up the Kripple Krew gear corner. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Where you can get your Kripple Krew or disabled but deadly gear. We got dad style caps. We got skull cap beanies for the winter. We've got flags and shorts, water bottles, coffee mugs. We got the big waffle knit beanies if you prefer those. Some badass hoodies. All of these are available in multiple colors. Like the charcoal is one of my favorites for everything. You can show your disabled but deadly status, or you can support the Kripple Krew. We also have trucker caps available in all different colors, and t-shirts to rep the crew. T-shirts and hoodies all have The mark that will be on all DBD knives. That's on the DBD Glideman, which we will show in just a moment. That drops in less than 3 weeks. But this Kripple Krew gear is available now. Free shipping on orders over $100. Everything ships fast. Happy New Year, brother. Sounds good. Love you, brother. Talk to you soon. AD20 is stronger in the spring. It's what I've heard. For sure. Much as I love my 8015, would really love to. Yes. They need to do 8015.5s if they want to keep like the 20 and the 20.5 numbering. An 8015.5, and I also think a 10.5 with the triad would be a huge, huge seller. Imagine if you could get a scorpion lock in this EDC size, or an 8010 triad in this EDC size with different blade shapes. Man, an 8015.5 could even possibly replace 20.5s as my favorite if they made them. I don't know. I love the scorpion lock and the shark lock, but this just needs to be, whoop, that was me, on more knives and smaller. It's great to have the 8.5-inch knife, but it's also nice to have a sub 8, 7.5, 7.25 inch EDC. Or this about 8-inch, my bad, not 8.5. He said all the cool kids were here before Maddie got here. No, I actually want to just get some straight up Kripple Krew Band-Aids made. That's what I want to do. Because then I can send them out with giveaways and such. I want to find a way to get, I need to get some Kripple Krew Band-Aids made. I like the Be Less Dumb ones. Street tile layer, so my hands are not soft. But it feels like, yeah. I've heard on the full size 8020 it takes even more to get used to because it is stronger. Kurt White, what's going on, homie? Good to see you. Razor Shark was brutal. One that feels actually probably the best feeling shark or super lock to me is the Shark Cub. It is smaller, so you would think that being thinner, it would be like less comfortable to grab, but it's just smoother going back, and it just feels to me like the Shark Cub is the easiest of the shark locks, but I love them all. Noah Biker, which knife was which? Because this comment is 5 minutes old. Ron Crow, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? Traditional pocket knives, great people. I love Austin. Henry G. Already said hello. Duh. Working on a full handmade custom Denko, getting a custom Snex knife, planning a trip to, that's going to be freaking amazing. So cool. Right, meow. And rad the lock cheaping over strop with 4 micron stroppy stuff. That's a little bit better idea than sanding it, I think. Neil to the Mac, member Kripple Krew Inc. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So I would try that. That's convince Paramonster to make the next DB knife to be a super lock. Yes, no, I know. This is something I have already. Nothing is confirmed, but this is something I am trying to make happen. Is a DBD super lock. You just have to. He doesn't enforce the patent. You just have to credit him that it's a Snex inspired lock. And so trust me, that is something I'm already trying to make happen, Fred. Blade Show Battle Scar. I like that. Clear nail polish. That would also work. Oh. I got to check that link out. Pull that up for a minute. Yo, Laser Ghost Knives, a.k.a. Donnie B, Donzo the Clown, Bless Knives. What's hood, homie? What's hood? Hood afternoon. It's the best community, for sure, Trouble Bunny, for sure. See, I went the route of just developing callus, but ladies' hands, you don't want a bunch of calloused fingertips on ladies' hands. That's not. So I like those ideas. Yes, definitely thinking alike, my friend. Definitely thinking alike. I would absolutely love to have a super lock DBD knife. I'm going to put out a few more of my favorite scores from 2025, like a trade with Kelly to get my first Spartan Harsey. What about another trade with Kelly to get a custom Tempest Microburst? Or that's not the Microburst. That's the Jetstream with satin blade and hardware and Ultim. She took apart 2 knives to put this one together. So we have a semi-custom Tempest, another great score from this year. This was a trade with my brother Tristan to get my first DLC Shark Lock. DLC 3V Sharkfoot. Lynch Northwest clip, Flightanium micarta scales, and I added the RGT Ultim backspacer. Another one of my favorite scores this year. How about another Tempest? The downdraft was a grail of mine from the moment I saw it, but it dropped when we were traveling to colleges to find the Deadly Daughters school, and I was not able to afford the drop. But picked this one up from a member of the Kripple Krew who has 2 of them. My first 80s camo carbon, and I love this Tempest. Plastic dip to put rubber cutting on some bare metal tools. Have calluses, but on the sides to get burnt more than anything. I bet when you're heating up the end of it. Modded your microjet to be front flippable. Nice. And a microjet, you must have brought back the scales a little bit here so that you can just get a little access. Hey, Neil Mack, have a great rest of your day at work. I appreciate you popping in, my friend, as always. Yeah, microjet. Yeah, I don't know why I was confused on it, homie. Robert Willoughby, what it do? What it do, B? Shady, what it do? Good to see you, gentlemen. Hope you're having a killer day. Folks, don't forget to stab that like button, whichever stream you're in. If you're in the vertical, if you're in the horizontal, stab that like button. Let's make sure we get this out to as many folks. We are getting close to 3K, and I want to do that giveaway. So I want to give you guys these legendary knives we got stacking up. Let's drop first. Yay, yay, yay. That's the way I would go. This community has all the good ideas. I love this warning. Absolutely. Feels so good. I do wish KC wasn't anti-front flipper, because this would take just a little bit to give you an awesome front flipper on there. Joe to the K. What it do? What it do? Prototype Tempest that's coming out next. Ooh, I would really appreciate being able to check it out, Fred. That would be awesome, my man. Hey, Dylan, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm so stoked for you. Don't forget the Hadros version 2, aka the H2O, drops, are not drops. I keep saying drops. The Kickstarter goes live January 4th. January 4th, you can get on the Kickstarter for the Dylan Mallory H2O. Yeah, that H2O is pretty dope looking. Matter of fact, I think we're going to take a look at it real quick. And we're also going to check, I haven't checked Instagram to see if any of y'all have sent pictures. Got one from Kane Miranda. Oh, with his two favorite pickups of the year. Or at least two of his favorites. We have the Hogue Misto and a Spyderco smock in crew wear with some amazing scales. Just look at those scales. That Misto is a good looking knife too. Plus, the Issuing Stitches hanky won from one of our giveaways. Hell yeah. Now we're going to pull up Dylan Mallory real quick, because I want to show the H2O, folks. January 4th, this Kickstarter goes live. Our homie Dylan Mallory dropping the H2O. Look at that bolster lock. You've got, I really love the Noir with the DLC blade and hardware. Oh, that looks so freaking amazing. But even this is a satin. The final knife will be stonewash. So that's a Terramundi that he designed. Here's some more of the H2O pics. Here's a good view of the size. A nice full-size EDC. Look at that action. I think plenty of us will. It look like there might be enough to grab to be able to front flip even. Oh, yeah. 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 We'll be able to front flip that. Wicked cool. January 4th, folks. We also got a picture from Robin Dahlem. Ooh, that's a great shot of that Vulcan. Oh, wow. Look at this picture, folks. This is a great shot of a sick knife. That Vulcan Warney just looks so amazing. That is all that geared backspacer going around, all of this. It just, damn, that's phenomenal. Don't think it has chipping to the top. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yep, it definitely could be added. Making sure I didn't miss anybody while we was looking. All right, all right. All right, Kelly. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Always good to see you, sis. Man, the Vulcans look insane. I still have yet to check out any Vulcan work, but they have so many beautiful designs. And not so many. I love the work that he does. Have one of his first frame locks coming in the mail. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That is awesome. Don Ray B, what is up? Good to see you, and I hope you're having a killer day. Appreciate you joining our last live of 25. Have 2 Vulcans out being viewed right now, and I've played with a few others too. Yeah, the Vulcan knives look amazing to me. They definitely are high on my list to eventually check out. But man, this knife world, we are a year and a half deep into the channel, and I've already been able to check out way more knives than I ever expected to because of your awesome support, folks. And it means a lot to me that companies are willing to send in their prototypes now for review and for our opinion. Not just me, but the Kripple Krew. Because of the support. So I've been able to handle so many more knives than I ever even dreamed in a year and a half. But there are still thousands more I got to check out. So it's a good thing this channel ain't going anywhere, folks. Tristan, my brother, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Glad you're able to pop in. I hope your day is going well. Thank you for popping in and stabbing that like button, my brother. Yeah, this ships out Friday. This ships out Friday. Goes to be EDC. So the next person you will want to watch for N7 content is our brother Brian, who also has an insane knife coming out. But he will have the Numb Knives N7 prototype next. I will have a full review coming up on this knife and why this is already a front runner for Knife of the Year 2026. The pinch lock on this is just next level, even compared to the first. Gary Graham, what it do, my man? Good to see you. And very soon, folks, the N2 and N5 prototypes will be here. I am very excited to show you those. If you want a pinch lock with a rear flipper tab, the N2 and N5, I think you're going to like them. If you're looking for a 5th pocket pinch lock, stay tuned, folks. The N1 Cornerstone, that's my biggest production knife regret as well, homie. Absolutely. Not getting my hands on that N1. I have a line on one. I just ain't got the funds right now. With everything that I have already purchased or commissioned. I hope to get it. I might even sell some stuff. I don't know. I've never sold knives. I don't like selling. Trading is one thing. Giving away, fantastic. Gifting knives is something I love to do. I hate selling. Hate selling with a passion. To me, that's like losing a knife. But I might find some stuff to sell to get that N1. Yay. Knife you can put through any type of work without worrying about if you break it, because you can just get another one. Of the Vulcans, let's check that out. Oops, wrong button. Oh no. Oh no. DLT has ABW slip joints. I gotta pull that up. They have the auto as well, which I have here and can show. Oh, why today? Folks, I only have 2 Grail slip joints, and this is one of them. This and the Devo nip slip are really the only 2 slip joints on my Grail, production slip joints on my Grail list. These aren't often available. If you are looking for one of these, DLT right now, $159, full American made, Magna Cut Warney. Oh, I love this knife. But today is not the day for me. It's just not the day. Yeah, no shit, B&A. Hey, have a great rest of your day. Always glad to see you. Uh-oh. You know I want that Nerdreki. First, let's see. Yeah, Buzz Beast came in first, so we're going to share that one, and then we'll share Fred. Well, I don't know if we'll share Fred. We'll share Fred's pictures. How's that? This is the best Tech Nerdreki designed by our homie Fabs to run with the pinky flick hole. Front flip, reverse flick. You got it is reach around approved, but that pinky flick hole is where it's at. I need the Nerdreki. It is a button. Technically, I guess it's a button frame, but it's a button bolster lock. You can actuate the bolster if you prefer, or you can just use the button. The Nerdreki coming in 2026 is a knife I am very, very excited for. And oh, shoot. DAAYUUM. Those look amazing, Fred. Those look amazing. It's a button frame or button bolster. Hey, 80-50. You have a killer day. And folks, if you didn't do it earlier, if you weren't here earlier, please do me a favor. Check that you're still following Adventure 50. He's so close to 3K. And he's probably going through the same thing I am, where YouTube takes almost as many subs away per day as you get. Makes it hard to get to certain milestones. And sometimes, even if you followed for a long time, you get unsubbed. So please double check that you are still subbed to Adventure 50. Let's get him to 3K. And then if you get a chance, make sure you're still subbed to me. That's our homie Fabs to run, Fred. That's Fabs to run on Instagram. And here is how it will be spelled. The model will be spelled when it's dropped by Bestech. The Nerdreki. It's a Norse word for dragons. I don't know if it's a type of dragon. I don't remember, but it's a Norse word for dragon. It's the Nerdreki. Yeah, I got the shocker pinky hole. You never knew you needed it until you saw it. As the first time I saw that knife, I'm like, that's got a pinky hole. I want to pinky flick that knife. I want to pinky flick it. I just want to. I need to now. Talk about a 5-finger flick challenge, and I thought shiz. I'm going to show a few of my other favorite scores. As much as I like this knife, this Spartan Harsey Stormwatch has the coolest entropic finish I've ever seen because it doesn't look like lightning. It looks like an oil slick. S45 VN blade. This was made in October 20 of 22 and is discontinued. Has been carried only by me a few times. This is a knife I would be willing to make a fantastic deal for somebody on so that I can get something else that I really want. It's hard for me to want to part with it. It's my first Spartan RC, and it is feels like it's like an EDC slicer friendly, but still has that tank feeling. And it is the most expensive knife in my collection currently, but it is one that I would make somebody a great deal on if they were interested. You can hit me up on Instagram. I haven't had it too long, not long enough to really, really, really get hooked on it. So I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, that's a great deal. Got some K390 coming? Not yet, not yet. That's one of the reasons I would like to move this is I have a line on a shadow. I can buy a shadow today, but I need to get the funds. And that is a line that I will not share with anybody because he did say he would only sell it to me. But I do need to get a shadow. And it will happen early 2025 or 6. If I can sell that knife, it'll happen almost immediately. A few of my other favorite scores from 2025 would include knives like the Chavez X-Lock Rendition, one of my favorite budget knives of 2025, and I got a Blue Label Chavez as well. That was an awesome pickup for me. That one is currently out being reviewed. If you want to see that knife, Caleb 1776 currently has it. Make sure you're following Caleb. But that Blue Label was another one of my favorite scores. That was a trade with Tristan. The DC Blades DAAYUUM. So I was given several knives by DC Blades this year. We have also given away DC Blades, but 3 of my faves, I don't know, I say favorite, we do got a lot of favorites, but I have favorites for different uses. Where did I put you? You're supposed to be right here in this drawer. Why are you too good for your home? Did I put it in the wrong drawer? I did not. So I have it out somewhere. Is it up here? It's gonna be my guess. And I guess wrong. We'll find it in a minute. But the Am8 Blades Mark II by DC Blades is the first Pikal or karambit knife that I've ever reviewed that I actually wanted to carry regularly. And I do carry this one when I leave the house. This actually typically sits in my 5th pocket, my magazine pocket on my 511 Tacticals because it makes it very easy to reach down. It has one of the best wave features I've ever felt, and it's always in my hand, ready to go. I can have this ready to rock even faster than Lagatha, my fixed blade. Huge fan of the DC blades. And me, our AM8 Mark II is also the first thing I've ever checked out from AM8. Where did I put my Ceto? You should be right up here if you're not in the box. Oh, where is my Ceto? Oh, where is my Ceto? Can I knock it down somewhere? Oh. What did I do with my Ceto? The Ceto is like one of my favorite frame locks ever made, and I cannot find it. Oh well, I know it's here. That's what matters. Another awesome score for this year. Yes, I don't wear anything but 511 Tacticals. Oh, that is awesome, homie. J to the C, member Kripple Krew. We got that Chavez Rendition Street Tonto Blue Label. The Blue Label knives are so nice. Probably a TRM Shadow. TRM Shadow. TRM Shadow. I'm looking for the, yeah, I know. I'm looking for the TRM Shadow. It's my TRM Grail. I need to add one to my TRM collection. I have somebody who is going to sell me one. I just got to come up with the funds. It's the same person who has made a couple of insane deals for me. And he did say that he would hang on to it or sell it to me only. So that's why I'm not dropping his name and putting it out there. But adding the TRM Shadow will definitely bust my zipper for a minute. Have a great day, Robert Willoughby. I hope PT goes well. Have a phenomenal, fun, and safe new year. Oh, that's no fun, BNA. This is another amazing gift I received this year. This is from Mrs. Deadly. The Jack Wolf, the Benny, picked up at House of Blades in Texas. A locking Jack Wolf was on my grail list. Never did I think it was going to be the clip point. But when I got this in hand, I couldn't put it down. Had to take it. Yeah, and again, I wasn't trying to be, I'm not trying to be like rude when I say I'm not putting it out there. I'm just not putting it out there because I don't want people bugging homie when he's not like advertising that this knife is for sale on that shadow. You know, when people tell me they have knives for sale, I always like to share that. You know, I'm not buying every knife, but if they don't want me to share it, I'm not going to, and I am going to buy that knife. What the hell did I do with my Ceto? That's like my above my knives. That's Mud's favorite. He loves that Ceto. It's got to be on this desk somewhere. What did I do with my Ceto? I even had it out not too long ago. Oh, well. I'll show you one of Mrs. Deadly's favorite scores of 2025. This year, I was able to swing a deal, a multi-knife trade, so that Mrs. Deadly could score her first ever Grail knife. The first time she saw this knife, she fell in love and said she finally understood what Grail knife meant. I still want a tall boy pretty badly, but it's important to me to get her hers first. Personally, like the Bulldog more. See, I like the blade shape of the Shadow so much. I think that the crossbar lock, the river lock, is done better on the Bulldog Rev B. The Rev B does feel better a little bit than the Shadow, but that Shadow blade shape and ergos are to die for to me. And that's why I will get that Shadow. The blade shape is what does it for me. I love the Bulldog. This is my US knife of the year. That's how much I love this knife. But I still want the Shadow. I only have the tag along left to get. Yay. Well, maybe you'll win this one when we hit 3K. My DLC will be on the way. And we will be swapping and then adding my Stonewash Magna Cut tag along to the 3K giveaway. So somebody is going to get to win this amazing American-made EDC Fixie. Dude, that small boy I like even more. I want the small boy. Of course, I got to get a purple one for Mrs. Deadly to go with her tall boy. But I really want the small boy too. I still want a tall boy for me because I do like having a full-size warning. But that small boy, that gives me chub. Christopher Hinckley, what it do? What it do? Good to see you. Did not give the Shadow enough time to work in. Gotcha. See, the Shadow does to me feel good after it works in with those. The one that I got, the first one that I ever tried, felt good already. B&A had already broken in those washers, and the action on his Shadow felt great. He had the grape micarta or whatever they call it, and I really, really, really liked it. And so I am cannot wait, I should say, until I can add that one to my collection. Marianne Halpern is one of the coolest people. So is Les, though. Oh, that's lame. Overall length on, are you talking about the tag along? It's 5 something. Overall length is 5 1/4 with a just over 2 1/4 inch blade and right at about 3 inches of handle. Oh, word. Gotcha. That makes sense. We got a picture from Boz to show. Oh, here we go. Here's a good Here's a good size comparison of that Nerdreki with an AD20 full size. That Nerdreki is coming in about 7.5 inches overall length, with 4 inches a handle and three and a quarter or so a blade. 3.5, 3.25. Oh, I love that blade shape and the pinky hole. I'm gonna see if I can find the. Whoops. Go back. Stupid. I'm gonna pull up Dominic's blade. Let's take a look at this real quick. I'm gonna share this screen. I'll answer your question in a minute, Bunny. Look at this little frame lock hawkbill. That is a cool little knife. Looks like a titanium clip. Either milled G10 or carbon fiber on the scale. That is awesome. Since we are live and people are interested, possibly, how much are you asking for it? So, Bunny, I gave my swords away a few years ago. I had several, but I had a friend that was way more into swords than I was. And I ended up giving my few swords to that homie. I have some larger fixed blades, like I do have a 14-inch Bowie. That would be my largest knife. But I tend to prefer EDC size fixed blades and folders. Sam Walker, yeah, that is a really cool looking little hawk blade. 4.5 inches total length. See yonder. That's a good knife. I have one here because it came in with a different knife that was coming in for the pass around. And the only reason the yonder was even added back to the pass around is because a Christmas version got put out starting at 300. Word. Oh wait. I thought, why is this one here? I thought it was a red one. No, it's just a regular ass yonder. I don't know why this is back in the pass around. But Zach made a nice little knife. I will say, I wish it was a little bigger. I know Zach has tiny hands, and I know what he was going for with this. It's not for me. And it's a very well-made knife, very well priced, really good. I mean, nice slicer, great action, but too small for me. It's in between. It's just that tweener that's in between a fifth pocket and a regular knife. And for me, typically those need a choil for me to be comfortable in. And this just isn't enough for me. But very well made knife, and definitely one of the absolute best that you can get at Walmart. I mean, it's a fantastic budget knife, period. If it fits your hands, it's going to be very hard to beat when it comes to comfort and such. Robin Dahlem, have fun, my man. Hey. Welcome, Sam Walker, disabled Navy vet. I appreciate your service, my man. I'm a disabled Army tanker. checking in from Lawton. I've been there. You are in the vertical side currently, homie, which is just fine. But if you want to see the entire screen and chat with the rest of the Kripple Krew, there is a pinned comment with the link to the horizontal live. That's where most of the folks are kicking it, and that's where you can see everything on screen. Have a Dimco buoy. If you throw it away, I'll take it. Hell yeah, look at those badass emojis welcoming you to the Kripple Krew. Gary Graham, hell yeah, thank you for your service. I can't remember if I've asked before what your MOS was. I was 19 Kilo 1 Oscar, also known as a DAT or a DAT, a dumbass tanker. That's what I was, yo. Blind Woo Berry, member of Kripple Krew, ain't dropping that $2 super chat with the hey yo, Kripple Krew. Happy New Year. How about a DC Blades Glauron salute? Miguron OEM DC Blades design. Such a fun and wicked EDC. I appreciate the support, my man. Let's give that salute right next to the mic. Oh, such a great knife for like $80. Stupid price. That blade is so wicked and useful. Matt Maurer. What's going on, my man? What's going on? Roger that, be shady. If we still here, we'll be looking. Hope you have a killer rest of your day. If I don't see you later, have a very safe and happy New Year, my friend. Sean Batts also subs. Dad was Army tanker. He was a dad. Yep. Dumbass tankers. That's awesome. Man, he had it a lot rougher. Jungle warfare. Not friendly for tanks. Not at all. Generator mechanic. That's right. We have talked about that. Hell yeah. Appreciate your service, my brother. More silver twill is needed. Yay, yay, yay. Appreciate that. Yeah, I also opted. Oh man, I gotta move some stuff to get to this real quick. Oh, I should not have stacked stuff like this. Now it's going to be a pain in the butt, but here we go. I gotta get in there and get. I have a fixed blade case, and I've been doing some rearranging in here, and I stacked a bunch of stuff on top of the fixed blade case. Oh man. So now to get in there, here we go. All right. Still don't know where I put that Ceto. Bugging me. Yo. Totally easy to find. But another DC blade scored this year with silver twill is the Mantis. This thing is such a wicked ripper for a Pikal style beef jerky defender. You can get it with just the hawkbill edge or these awesome serrations. And because they are serrations, even though I can now cut both ways, this does not count as a double-edged knife in my state that has stupid double-edged knife laws. This thing, I love to, when I'm riding, this is typically hooked to my plate carrier. This is one that Definitely another Wicked Ripper. And I had to get the silver twill to match my Glaurung. That right there is an EDC carry, a folder and a fixie that ain't nobody gonna want to mess with you. Yeah, they do look a lot like Veth serrations. Matt Conklin, what's going on? Good to see you. Rachel Jordan, good to see you. Welcome back. Blake Novak, what's going on? I see you were in the vertical side. If you would like to kick it with the rest of the Kripple Krew, the pinned comment has a link to the horizontal chat. No, absolutely, man. That is one fantastic looking little hawkbill. My son just finished his time in the Army, and so did my daughter-in-law. My dad is retired Navy. Sis was Army and then retired Navy. That is awesome. Yeah, and a gunner. Really cool looking knives and gas station knives. Oh, good to see you guys. Yeah, DC Blades does some wicked. All of their knives are built with defending against organic material in mind. This was one of their most EDC friendly blades, this and the Ceto, and they're still designed with that beef jerky defense purpose first. Just killer knife. I really like the Glaurung. Also, the name of a dragon. Yeah, I'm an Ultim fanatic. Blake, Matt, I'm up to 24 or 25 Ultim knives. I have a couple of Ultim drivers from CountyCom. And then I also had 2 Ultim NPE tools gifted to me for Christmas. This one was turned by Ridge Runner Knives and comes with almost knocked that over, a Kydex sheath that also has 0 metallic parts. So both of these don't make that tingo beep. This one made by our brother Brian F. He will be selling resin poured hand-turned marlin spikes or Kubotans or attitude adjusters or NPE tools, whatever you would like to call them. These are going to be probably less than $30. He has a bunch of different colors of resin that he's already turned. And after talking to us and showing them live, we talked to him about adding some texture throughout here just to make them easier to grip. And he has done that as well. So, non-metallic spikes available very soon from Brian F. It's just like anything else. If you train it, it's something that you need to train and not just hope you get right in a life and death situation. You need to train drawing in a reverse grip. You need to train how to guard, how to block, pulling your hands up to your face, how to block, how to maneuver without touching yourself with that. I like a Pikal a little bit. Just from the, and it's not like I have a lot of training either. I'm not trying to say I do. But I do have a little. And where did I put you? For me, it's more instinctive. Where did I just frigging put you? Right here. For me, it's more instinctive to use it like a claw, like a tiger claw. So out and then bringing it back, ripping and stuff, than it is with a karambit going outwards. To me, it's just more intuitive with a pikal, and that's what I have spent more time with training pikals and such. This is what I prefer to carry, but it really depends on, like any knife is dangerous to use in an important situation, in a stress situation, if you haven't practiced with it. It's just like your cordless hole punch, spitting freedom seeds. If you don't ever train with it, you're just as likely to hurt yourself. Not just as likely, but you have whatever you're going to use in a stressful situation has to be trained. It has to be something you practiced. I don't have any Ultim Sharpies. I carry G10 or titanium Sharpies. I have both. I prefer to carry the G10 because, obviously, you know why I prefer to carry a G10 versus a metallic Sharpie. But I have multiple G10 Sharpies. I don't have any Ultim ones yet. Everybody in my family carries G10 Sharpies. Refund policy. Pikal is designed with the hawkbill coming back towards you when it's in your grip. Karambit is designed with the blade facing out. So, Pikal, karambit. And they are used with definitely different motions. Now, of course, you have the punch and strike, obviously, but it affects the way you use it. Which is why I say, if you are going to use something like that, you got to train with it. Was on the Memphis. Thing to see us on surface level. That was a Carl Vinson. Downward stress, or downward slash, is one of the reasons a Pikal is so useful. It makes that very easy. It also, when you punch, gives you something to come back with. Don't have a G10 Sharpie? You can get them. You can get them from Tack Knives. Tack Knives has them with all different colors, and you can use EDC with DBD 20 to save 20% on them at Tack Knives. It's all lowercase. Tack Knives code. That'll save you 20% on everything at Tack Knives. I got my first ones came from Clanton Combatives. who also made a G10 knife and sheath for me. Clan Combatives does a lot of NPE stuff, and I found him on YouTube. Oh, they're all in that. Yeah, I'm not getting them out at the moment. I'm gonna have to do another video on NPE tools because a non-permissive environment. When I say NPE, I need to do another video because I have upgraded several more items, and it's been like a year since my last stealth carry video. So I will update it, and I will update it with where I get my stuff from. But tack knives is probably the easiest and fastest way to get one. Yeah, Cold Steel makes them as well. I like supporting tack knives. Roger that. Yeah, Sean's such a good dude, isn't he? I've always gotten along well with Sean. Even before I ever started reviewing knives. Like 2 years before I started reviewing knives is when I found tack knives. And I've given away at least 24 tack knives. I've only ever made one warranty claim. I just stabbed the crap out of my hand. And it was handled immediately. I'm gonna grab a paper towel. I'll be right back. That knife, that's twice I've done that with that knife. I did it yesterday too. Opening that front flipper right into my palm. That time I got deep. We're gonna hold the paper towel for a few minutes. Fave cold folders, a Cold Steel SR1 Light. Way too tight. Yeah, pocket shredder. Yeah, the Dimco pocket clips are also always pocket shredders. These spoons that come on the 80-20.5s just will destroy your pants with either the G10 or this FRN because the texture is so strong and this clip is too strong. So the first thing I have to do is on all of my 80-20.5s is swap them out to a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. Because then even the stock scales won't shred your pants. But of course, I don't like to leave them with stock scales. But yeah, these always 100% every time will shred your pocket out of the box. Even the thicker 511 reinforced pockets. I'm speaking from experience in 2 pairs of ruined pants from my first 2 80-20.5s until I got Lynch Northwest clips. This one, when it was stock, and my Ultim one when it was stock, shredded 2 pairs of 511 Tacticals pockets. And I realized you never carry an 80-20.5 without a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. It happens, Rachel. This one was earlier in the stream. Like, play with 50 knives during a live. It happens. Like, if you could see the mess that I have on my desk right now, just from stuff that's been pulled out and shown today. Oh, when I was talking about some of my favorite pickups of 2025, I cannot believe I neglected to mention my number 1 score of the year. My very first Aries EDC custom fixie, Lagatha, my custom spike. This is my number one top pickup of 2025 and my number one most used blade, period. Gene, what's going on? Good to see you. Appreciate you popping in our final live of 25. What were some of your favorite scores of 2025, Gene? We've been talking about awesome stuff that we all picked up this year. We've also been, demonstrating the danger of sharp blades. Condor Katana. You love them big blades, Cobunny. One of your childhood best friends worked as the Buc-ee's mascot part-time. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a box of Buc-ee's Band-Aids here. They're bright and like obnoxious. When I cut myself on a live stream, right now I use the Buc-ee's to show I did something stupid. When I record later, it'll have a regular Band-Aid on. But I keep the Buc-ee's here because if I do it during a live stream, it's funny to call it out. Ooh, that is a sweet score. Oh, the Skiff Asylum and the Tri-Stash. Yay, yay, yay. Got your Wilson Combat Large and Colsey. Get the Wilson Combat Unums on. That's dope. Beautiful, beautiful knives, homie. Did that stop? I need to put a drop of super glue on real quick. We're gonna be good for now. Oh yeah, that one got deep enough. It's bruising a little. Beaver nuggets. Yeah, I went to a Buc-ee's for the first time this year, and we ended up going to a few of them on our multiple trips down south. Deadly daughter started college down south this year, and so we were picking colleges and driving around down there, plus moving her. And man, it is easy to spend a bunch of money in a Buc-ee's real quick. They have some of them actually even have some decent knives for sale, like some decent Kershaws and some other knives. Not necessarily the best pricing, but Ice Age Blading, Mammoth Hunter fixed, and a denim and M399.40. Woo! Ooh, giving away a TRM tag along. Congrats, Gene. That is so awesome on 500. Yeah, that's awesome. A TRM tag along is such a phenomenal knife to give away. We gave away a batch one PSB steel when they first dropped. And then this one will be given away at 3K. Make sure I keep the color out of the screen. I'm going to need another paper towel to do that. But congratulations, man. That is awesome. Hey, you can't beat a Mora knife for a beater. And not just a beater, but a user. Mora. Yeah, maybe I will make that. Just one second. At least now with the mic, still talking, guys. So Still got for that. Yeah. Yeah, put that little Band-Aid on first. All right. Let's grab another Bucky Band-Aid. This time, see if it'll stick to my palm for a few. Should probably go back to posting more videos. Oh, van life. I got you. That would make it difficult. I was really bad about posting the last 2 weeks. I did not get nearly as many videos up as normal. And almost felt like I was slacking. I got to get back into the full posting routine. Start doing as much as I was. See if that'll hold for a few minutes till it stops. All right. Had to take the bumps out. I own quite a few Kubi, and I shouldn't say quite a few Kubi. I own several Kubis and several Kubi OEM'd knives, like knives that they made for other brands. And Kubi is one of my favorite manufacturers. Yo! Happy New Year, my brother Aries. Spider Ghost Steam Power, stovepipe would be dope. Yeah, Sam, I think that Kubi and KB knives are have had one of the best years of any manufacturer in 2025. The Kubi budget knives are killer. The KB premium knives have been off the freaking chain. And their OEM work is just nutty. The work that they do for brands like Devo and Tempest and New Breed is just killer. Used to watch a lot of Van City Van Life. 7 Urban EDC, a Subaru, Stella Brasscard, and the SOCOM Mini Bravo Warcom are the Koenig Xenon, Protec Avalon, and Pyrotech Saga for next year. Man, y'all see the new little SOCOM Ramlock? That looks dope. KC. Perfect. Yes. Not only did I mention Tempest, but today we have been covering some of our favorite scores of 2025. And two of the first ones I showed, two of my favorite scores this year, are my Microjet, but definitely my Downdraft. KC is killing it. And man, is next year going to be insane. The Tornado is coming, and so many more badass designs coming down the pipeline from KC. He outdid himself this year. Knives like the beautiful Downdraft, the Thunderhead, one of my favorite knives I reviewed this year. Man, that Microburst Fixie that he's got through Kubi now looks amazing. But I think 2026 is going to be even nuttier. Also, our homeboy Sever 7, if you haven't seen my review of his prototype, check out the review on my channel of the Katuo Usurper prototype. That Sever's knife dropping very soon from Katuo. and it is wicked. Absolutely wicked. Yeah, absolute bangers. And then this year, like the tornado already looks sick. But there's some other stuff. I don't know how much of what's been announced. I just know he's got a lot of awesome stuff coming. For KC, 2026 is going to be the year of the crossbar lock. After the tornado, everything coming for the rest of the year is crossbars and front flippers. Folks, if you don't know, that was a joke. Yes, I love my TRM Uriah Lost. Earlier, we had out one of my most recent scores, my Adam with the Mike Irie hollow grind. My favorite US made knife this year, the TRM Bulldog Rev B. Don't get it twisted. SC Knife Monkey, what it do? What it do? The Neutron 2 was my first TRM. I have the Holier Nerd in titanium. It's just Severs reviewing it right now. Yeah, not true. Yeah, trust me, folks, you are not going to be seeing a crossbar front flipper coming from KC. The TRM Tagalong is my favorite production fixie that I picked up this year. This one, like I said, we will be giving away at 3K because I've got the DLC Tagalong on the way. And then I will have the TRM Shadow here very, very soon. I definitely don't have the biggest collection, Uriah. I know people with way more, but I am known to be a big fanboy. Like I stand hard for TRM. They're my favorite American knife company. So yeah, I do stand hard for them. Because we didn't have enough access locks already. Yeah, trust. KC is not coming with an access lock. That was a joke just because I know how much he despises them and how tired he is of crossbars. Well, I would love to see more ball locks. The Maddox 2 ball lock, I prefer to a crossbar any day, every day of the week. And I wish Spyderco would do more knives with this lock. Yeah, I don't hide it. I know people get tired of hearing it at times when I repeat myself that they're my favorite brand, but it just is. And it's not. A lot of it is the knives because they are so phenomenally well done every time, yet truly priced very, very affordably. But it's the people too. They have amazing people. I know he does have some front flippers. I just also know it's not his favorite type. And if you were to put a front flipper with a crossbar, that would really that's absolutely anti-KC. What's the production one that you can think of with the front flipper? I'm trying to think of one right now. Yeah, TRM quality is second to none, Gene, you know. And I want it this year. Oh, you asked, Uriah, you asked if there was any I plan on getting this year. I've already ordered my DLC tag-along. These will be the DLC tag-alongs drop very soon. They will be exclusive to the TRM website. And the only reason that I'm buying that they're that they're letting me purchase one of the 50 early is because I'm giving this one away. So this one was gifted to me at Blade Show West by Marianne. I barely carried it, as you can see from the sheath. It does have a little bit of coloration, but it's perfect condition. The edge is still perfect. And when I saw that there was going to be a DLC version, I knew I had to have it to check it out. And it made me want to give this one away. It's such a phenomenal fixie that we will be giving this away. But if you reach out to TRM and try to buy one early, that's not going to work. So please don't flood them and piss off Marianne. The only reason I have a line on it is because I'm giving this one away. So don't flood her trying to buy them before the drop. Oh, the Nanner. Gotcha. The Nanner from CGRB. And, but the TRM Auto drops next month, and that's one I want to get really badly. I have a line on a TRM Shadow, which have been discontinued for a while. That'll have soon. And I would like to get the frame locks. So there's still plenty of TRMs I want. Yeah. Don't start the drama with them. I don't want her ticked off. But yeah, you will get to see the DLC here. When those drop, they're gonna go fast. So I recommend being ready for them. And then very soon we will be at 3K, and this will be part of our giveaway. All right, folks. Mrs. Deadly just got home for lunch, and I'm going to go have lunch with her. But I want to thank everybody in the Kripple Krew for such an amazing 2025. I have had a fun and phenomenal year, and I can't wait to see what 2026 brings. I wish all of you a very fun and safe New Year's Eve and a happy and healthy 2026. You guys know I got much love for the Kripple Krew, always. Thank you one more time for an amazing 2025 and all of the killer support you guys have shown for me. It means more than you'll ever know. All I can say is thank you. And happy frickin' New Year. See you guys, let's say Saturday will be our first live stream of the new year. Stabby AF Saturdays. See you then. Until then, folks, stay safe, stay deadly. But most importantly, I totally messed that up. We're going to start over. Stay safe, stay frosty. But most importantly, Kripple Krew, stay deadly.